Creek on 641. Just heading out here this morning to check on the flowers that we planted out. They're just out behind the house. So from the house we just go down this little path here. Got a little bit of a gully behind the house. We'll I think over the years probably put some flower beds in at the edge here, maybe some decorative planting. Yeah, just the idea here is to have a little space down here. We gotta putting in a bed here. Kind of a shade bed here. This I guess that's a southern slope, so gets pretty good shading during the day. So we're going to throw a few hostas and more of shade loving in there. Some columbine. There's the fire pit. Haven't been able to have a fire. It's been so dry here. Just one shot of rain. What a beautiful morning here. I just coming to. Oh, I got a leak in the hose here. I moved that the other day. I think I need to put a washer in that hose. So here's the fenced area. And just head on in here. So the community garden is coming along here, you see. A bit of watering happening here yesterday. I got to go into town and get a few more plumbing pieces. I want to lay out some plumbing infrastructure, I guess, for our partners in this community garden so that they can water quickly and efficiently. Oh, the gate got open last night. Got left open. I guess that's on me to try and close that because there's a lot of deer here, and if they do get in, they get freaked out. You don't want them bouncing off the gate. So here's what I was up to last night. Planted out my pumpkins. They're looking pretty happy. I watered them in last night. So this was all going to be flowers from here over to here, but with germination and just the first year we didn't produce as much as we thought. This next row here that you see the irrigation laying out on, get some frost cloth up there just to try and keep the birds out of the seeds for the direct seeding. This is of course going to be different kinds of sunflowers. So we got the cutting flowers here. They're looking okay. You know, you go at every stage, you learn a little bit more. So we've got these planted out. Ran the irrigation drip here yesterday for what, 2 hours I think. And yeah, everybody seems pretty happy. Oh, we got another one I forgot to plant here. Here's a pumpkin that needs to go in the ground. Just putting this stuff in because, you know, at the end of the season you can forget about the planting season. You can forget the odd That was a nice little pumpkin start. So he'll put him into the line here. So somewhere I should have a something to dig with. If not, I'll just use my hands. Oh, there it is. So the zinnias are looking a little battle worn. They got sort of burnt by a wind, but now we got them back and in the ground. That's pumpkins. I got 100 feet of pumpkins here. That seems like enough to me. But I've still, as you can see, got some starts. I'm just going to share those starts with the folks that are doing the community garden. They want a few pumpkins. They can certainly have those. This guy looks like he'd be happy right in between these two. So we'll just try a little experiment here. This is all composted manure. There's pretty good moisture underneath it, but I'm gonna water it in. Using, this actually runs all the way from the house. So the difference between this is house pump water from the house, comes from a deep well, and this is water, of course, from the irrigation system, which comes from the creek. So interestingly, we had this water tested from the house. It's not our drinking water, it's just the supply water in the house. It's got a high, relatively high concentration of uranium in it. And therefore, because plants biomagnify, you really don't want to use this. You really don't want to use this to produce vegetables and such. But I'm going to use it to just give that little start that I threw in a bit of a drink. Hopefully we don't have glow-in-the-dark pumpkins, although maybe glow-in-the-dark pumpkins would be kind of cool. You know, that time when you're doing your transplants, there's always a little bit of shock to them. One of the things I kind of forgot was, you know, you can water the bed, but not so much here. This is a fairly deep planting of this pumpkin. You can water the bed, and the bed can have water in it. But we're putting in these little transplants. Their roots aren't out in that water anyway. They're just stuck in the plug that you're putting in. So you got to make sure that everything is watered up, and that when I'm watering in, I kind of water till it pools. So this was watered in last night. You want to, I think, saturate the ground. It's kind of fun. Jenny and I always this is a battle about watering. I like to get more water on stuff, and I want to see it be able to